If you only have one chance to watch Muay Thai when you come to Thailand, you need to make sure you're not in an empty stadium with zero atmosphere. I've watched fights all throughout the country, and what I realized is that if you want to see the absolute best fighters in the world in the absolute best stadium possible, you need to come here. In this video, I'll show you why this is the best stadium in the country, exactly when to come for the best fights, and how you can upgrade to VR experiences and even meet the fighters.
But first, let's talk about the biggest mistake tourists make in Thailand, one that can completely ruin your Muay Thai experience. There are fights taking place all over Thailand every night of the week, so most people think they can just turn up and you'll see fights like this. But that's just not the case. I remember the first few fights that I went to, I was really excited because I've been a boxing and MMA fan since I was younger, but when I just turned up to a random event, I was pretty disappointed to realize that most of the fighters weren't training seriously, and a lot of them were just backpackers who had only been training for a month or so. They were completely out of shape and completely out of their depth. What's worse is later I went to a famous Muay Thai bar in Koh Phi Phi, and they were just asking drunk tourists to get up and fight. And then they were even doing fake WWE style Muay Thai fights with pretend knockouts. The thing I didn't realize about these fights at the time is that these kind of shows were just put on for tourists, which meant they lacked the traditional atmosphere. But the worst part is, they're not even necessarily cheaper than the big event that I'm about to show you. So where is the best place to watch Muay Thai in Thailand?
If you want to see the best fights in Thailand, you need to make your way here to Bangkok, because this is where all the professional fighters come if they really want to make a name for themselves. That means there's televised fights every night of the week in some of Thailand's biggest stadiums, so you have to make your way here if you want to see the best fights in the country. So I'm here now at the #1 stadium in Thailand. But why is this the best stadium to watch Muay Thai at in Thailand? Well, the atmosphere is electric. It's got an absolutely killer light show. It's got that big stadium feel, and it's just like one of the best arenas to watch it in. But even more importantly, this is the most historic and most important Muay Thai stadium in the country. This has actually been the longest running Muay Thai stadium. We're running for about 100 years now. And all the best fighters throughout history have competed here. In fact, even Buakaw, which is the most legendary fighter of the last 20 years or so, he competed here last December to a full packed out crowd. This is where the most iconic fights happen. It's called Rajadamnern Stadium, and it's absolutely one of the best places to come watch Muay Thai. But okay. I can hear some people shouting on their screens right now, and they're saying, but that's not the best Muay Thai stadium in Thailand. Here's the thing, there's one more stadium you need to be aware of called Lumpini Stadium. And that's where more recent years, there have been bigger fights and bigger fighters gone to fight there. For example, ONE FC, which is a huge MMA organization, they've recently been staging their fights there. However, for most tourists, this is a bit too far out of the way. So Rajadamnern's location is just outside of Chinatown, meaning you can hit temples, eat street food during the day, come watch the fights in the evening, and then afterwards hit the town and go out in Bangkok. It's near Khao San Road and near Sukhumvit. It's really accessible to the rest of the city. Whereas Lumpini, you're really gonna have to go out of your way, and if you get stuck in traffic, it might take you hours to get there and hours to get back. For me, Lumpini is there for the real Muay Thai aficionados, but for the vast majority of tourists, Rajadamnern is the place to be.
But you don't just need to know where to go. If you want to see action like this, you need to know when to visit. When booking online, you're going to see two major event types. Some are designated as traditional Muay Thai, others as knockout events. Knockout events are 3-round fights, meaning the fighters have more energy and go all out over the 3 rounds. Traditional fights are 5 rounds and are geared more towards the local Thai audience. But here's the problem that most people don't realize with the traditional events though. Round 1 is basically a warm-up, where nothing much happens. Rounds 2, 3, and 4 are where the action is, and the fighters do go all out in these rounds. But by round 5, the fighters usually know who's won, so instead of fighting hard, they'll just coast, celebrate, or even dance around the ring. If you're used to Western fights where everyone goes for the KO until the last second, this can be a bit of a letdown. So for most people, I actually recommend skipping the traditional events on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. But if you want the biggest crowds and the wildest Muay Thai show in Thailand, there's only one show you need to see. Rajadamnern World Series, which takes place every Saturday night. This is where you'll see the top level Thai and international fighters in the world compete. On this card alone, there were fighters from Thailand, Australia, the UK, Estonia, and Iran, and there were some seriously epic fights. But what really sets Saturday apart is the spectacle. You'll step into the stadium with the world's largest dome projection, with 360-degree visuals that will take you on a journey back through 1,000 years of Muay Thai history. The light show covers the entire roof with stunning visuals, and this alone is worth the price of admission. But despite the modern visuals, this stadium does better than any other at preserving the traditions and history of Muay Thai. I mean, it is the oldest Muay Thai stadium in the world after all. Unlike in other stadiums where they simply play a recording, there is a live band known as the Sarama that plays the haunting Thai music that really helps to push the fighters harder. You can see them playing towards the corner above the ring. You'll also witness the traditional Muay crew, the ceremonial dance fighters perform to honor their teachers and the sport itself. You definitely don't get the Muay crew at drunken fights on KOPP. But for me, the best part of the experience wasn't just the fight itself. If you want to watch Muay Thai like a VIP, here's what you need to do.
So up on the top row there, you got the tier 3 seat, and that's called the Leo section. That's going to be the cheapest seats in the house. And below that, you've got tier 2, which they're slightly closer to the ring and a little bit closer to the action. Then you've got the ringside seats, which you can see down here. Over there, you're going to have a really good view of the action there. The only issue there is that it might be blocked off a little bit because of the ropes. You might not be able to see quite as well. And that surrounds the ring, and you can kind of watch the fighters walk out as well. And they're the next best seats in the house. But then you've got what we got here, which is the VIP seating section, and that's the closest with the best views.
I wasn't sure if I really needed to upgrade to the VIP seats, but in the end, it was totally worth it. We had by far the best seats in the house with comfy, elevated seating with a perfect, unobstructed view of the ring. Basically the same angle that you see on TV. I've previously sat ringside, and while it is pretty cool too, your view can be a little obstructed by the ropes, meaning you can actually miss some of the action even though you're right up close next to it. But what I didn't expect was the service. It's basically bottle service all night with unlimited food and drinks delivered right to your seat. I probably had a few too many beers, but who can blame you when they just keep bringing you another one as soon as you finish. If you want to feel like a true VIP and catch the action in style, this upgrade is absolutely worth it. But here's the coolest thing about sitting here, and it isn't just the seats themselves.
So one of the coolest things of having either ringside seats or the VIP seats is that you can be at the entrance where they walk out and walk back in from the fights. So you'll see in a second, I'm actually going to see some of the fighters come out after their fight, and then you can even have the chance to meet them and take pictures with them. In my experience, like all these fighters, they're fairly well known in certain circles, but they're not famous by any means. So this is their moment. They really enjoy having photos taken with them. If you ask them to photo, it's their moment to have their moment in the spotlight and feel like a celebrity. So it's pretty cool for getting to meet the fighters immediately after the fight when they're at their most hype.
This is one of the absolute best experiences you can have in Bangkok at night. But if you're looking for something a little more adventurous, where you're exploring the city's hidden corners at night, check out this video here to find out the best way to explore the city at night by tuk-tuk.